those of us who share an affinity for sweets, cake probably takes the cake, quite literally as our favorite sweet dish. It's the one treat most commonly associated with celebrations, and it can manage to evoke quite a nostalgia. But the question is, where did it first come from? Welcome to yet another episode of World of Food, and today we'll enhance your cake trivia and indulge in some history of cakes.
Oh snap!
Oh, we'll have our cake and eat it.
The word cake is of Viking origin, derived from the Norse word kaka. It is believed that the ancient Egyptians were the first culture to exhibit baking skills, and during ancient times, the cakes were more bread-like in appearance and sweetened with honey. The Greeks also had an early form of cheesecake, while the Romans developed versions of fruiticans with raisins, nuts, and other fruits. In mid-17th century, Europe cakes were frequently baked as a result of advances in technology and access to different kinds of ingredients. Europe is credited with the invention of modern cakes, which were round and topped with icing. Incidentally, the first icing was a boiled mixture of sugar, egg whites, and some flavorings. During this time, many cakes still contained dried fruits like currants and citrons. In the 19th century, cake as we know it today became more popular. During this time, cakes were baked with extra refined white wheat and baking powder instead of yeast. The most important tool for baking was the oven. Many homes did not have it even after bread became the staple food in Western countries. The rich ate the fine wheat bread and cakes, and the poor ate rye and black bread. This was because the ingredients were expensive at that time. The Industrial Revolution made ingredients more readily available, which made them cheaper, so more people could bake them or even buy them at the store. Now, we can't talk about the history of cakes without mentioning birthday cakes. Today, cake is obviously used to celebrate weddings, engagements, anniversaries, holidays, and of course, birthdays. But when did we actually start celebrating birthdays with cake, and why? In ancient Greece, it was tradition to celebrate the births of their gods. People would bake a round cake in the honor of the Greek goddess Artemis, the female archetype associated with moon. Theories suggest that the cake was decorated with lit candles so it would glow like the moon. By the 13th century, German children began celebrating their birthdays. They started celebrating the birthdays with cakes that were also lit with candles, and the rest is history. If you haven't come across a cake making video on Instagram or Snapchat at least once in your life, you must be living under a rock. From cake making videos that basically teach you how to bake, ice and decorate the cakes, to videos catering to trends such as ASMR and more, cake making on social media has become truly a phenomenon in today's time.